There we go. So, so here we are. We're starting our next training video module. I'm going to do a share screen here real quick, and we'll just do a real quick review on what we did on the last portal. Here we go. And so you can see that. So we talked about lead generation, Google Maps, talked about possible telemarketing, Outscraper, filtering your leads, and managing your leads. Okay, so now we started talking about email marketing, ringless, voice drops, how that's a really, I think, a valuable tool. I want to wrap this one up real quick with the B2B. I think this is critical. And it's just my own belief. I'm an old-fashioned guy, and I just believe that until old-fashioned things don't work, I don't quit. And I know a lot of people that are out there that are believers like me, that you just know that there's certain fundamental things that always are going to work. And one of those is just person-to-person marketing. We call it B2B marketing, or putting your shoes on the ground, or foot traffic, or whatever you want to call it. And so what I do is I challenge not only myself, but everybody. If you're working one community or two or three communities at a time, you've got a lot of streets and a lot of markets to hit, and a lot of places and people that you can talk to. And a lot of business owners do work in their shops. All you got to do is go and ask for them, walk in and ask, hey, is the owner here? I'd like to talk to them real quick. We have a deadline. We're going to be printing a local directory that's going to be mailed out to everybody, and I just want to see if she wants to be included. Could I talk to her for a minute? I'll tell you what, that will get anybody to the front door to talk to you. And I challenge you to do it this way. If you make 30 stops a day, that usually takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours out of your day. That's not a big time commitment if you think about it. 2 to 3 hours a day, and you make 30 stops into 30, because a lot of businesses are right next door. So you go in one door, out the other, and back in the next door. So it's really not a big deal. But if you hit 30 stops a day and you do that for 10 days, you've made 300 stops. You're going to have probably between a 50 and 60% positive response. That means that your directory is going to be more than 50% finished. You're going to probably have somewhere between 150 and 160, 170 spots done just by that, with your email marketing, and then your follow-ups with voicemail, follow-ups with telemarketing, and doing, another 30 stops. I think in 20 days, you should be able to have a directory complete. So every 20 days, you should be able to have a directory completed and to print. That's a pretty good realistic goal to think about. So I just want to do that and just kind of impact that on your thinking. Next thing we're going to talk about in module 7 is email invoices. And if you go back to module number 3, we talked about credit card processing. This is where the email invoicing comes in. You're going to be set up where you can charge people's cards, you can manually put them in, and you can also send out invoices. I highly recommend that you have a notebook that you buy strictly for this, that you could keep track of payments that are due, people that you've invoiced, people that have paid you. And we have people that are in our teams that can help you get set up with spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets to manage receivables. And there's also receivable programs and tax programs that are out there that you can use for that. So I think that's really important. And as far as uploading your ad listings, I want to do a quick screen share. So bear with me here just for a second. We're going to show you this. If you have a business owner and he says, hey, I'm ready to go, let's do this. I'm going to do the $79 listing. That's fine. So number one, you got a sale. Number two, you're going to invoice them. While you're talking to them, you're going to know some very basic things. So what you do is, if you go to our home source directory, the main site, I'll just go here home so you can kind of find it. I'll just show you how to find this real quick. And you can save the link as well. But you just go down here to opportunity for marketing directors, and then you're going to come here and you'll come down, scroll down to all the way to the bottom to training and onboarding. And then here's ads portal right at the top. So you can find it in a couple different spots. Ads portal is at the top, and I think it's also at the bottom. So here's an ad support for your point. So where you put in your ads. And so every time you have a sale, this is where you would come. So you can go up here, you see that highlighted, and you can save that link. Just save that link. That's all you need. And then every time you have an ad, you're just going to come here and put in your name, so we know who this is coming from, the community directory. That's going to be very helpful because this is going to go into the Wyoming, Michigan directory. No problem. The business name is Carol's Carpet Cleaning. Okay. The business owner's name is Carol. Business address, put that in there. The phone number, because all these things will help us in terms of designing their ad listing that's going to go in the directory. And I'll show you that in just a second. The email for the business, so we can send them a proof if they ask for one. Their website, we need the exact website. www. is fine. But if it's Carol's Carpet Cleaning X1, we need that, .com or, whatever. So make sure you give us the exact, and the reason for that is because we'll go to their website, we can get all their information, and we can take that real quick and get their logo. We can get a picture of their business to go in, especially if they're going to do a double box ad. So what style ad is going to be here? Standard, highlighted, or box ad? Well, it's going to be a double box ad. Okay, fine. And if it's a box ad, provide us details. Well, she does not want a QR code, but she'd like her logo and maybe a picture in her box ad, and then we can put her other information in her. Okay, fine, that helps us. Boom, we're done. And you just click this, hit submit, and you're done. So does that make sense? So that's what we need every time you have a listing. Just come here, put that in. So hopefully that'll help you a little bit. And as far as what we need on our end, what we do is we'll send you a quick update. So in other words, I'm going to show you real quick here. Just here's a Sarasota community directory. This is for downtown Sarasota community directory. This is kind of what, these are the categories. So as we put in the ads, right, that are going to go in the directory, I'll blow this up to 150%. So you can see it. So here's a listing. Here's a listing. That's what they look like. So you got a single box ad and you got a double box ad going in there. So, and then when as this gets filled up, we'll take screenshots of this. Here's another one that's a pure standard listing. Here's another one, and here's a highlighted one. So we can take a screenshot of this on a regular basis, and then we can just send this out to you. So if that makes sense. So there you go, and we'll see you on the next training video.